targets self-reliance in defense production. Governor Makinde swears in new SSG. Sudanese army launches fresh push to reclaim the Darfur Kordofan. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on the news around the world. I am Josephine Oluwabumi, and on the sign language corner is Koride Oluleye. The Minister of Defense, retired General Christopher Musa, has said that the Ministry of Defense under the present administration is prioritizing the expansion of indigenous defense production to ensure sustainable long-term security capabilities. He said the ongoing policy and legislative reforms are revitalizing local defense industries, encouraging private sector participation, creating jobs, and deepening local content while reducing dependence on foreign supplies. Speaking today at the opening of the National Symposium and Lecture Series organized in commemoration of the 2026 Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day in Abuja, the minister noted that Nigeria was harnessing the expertise of skilled professionals at home and abroad to strengthen defense innovation and capacity building. He said locally manufactured defense platforms now reflected the growing strength of Nigeria's defense industrial base and its contribution to regional security and economic growth. The minister said improved training of special forces and stronger collaboration with regional and international partners had enhanced intelligence sharing and operational effectiveness against transnational threats. He added that sustained military offensive across various theaters had recorded notable successes, while improved naval operations and maritime domain awareness had curtailed criminal activities and protected critical national assets. The federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities also will on Wednesday, January 14, formalize a new agreement that will improve the quality of the university educational system and ensure stability. A statement released by the Ministry of Education said the ceremony will be held at the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TED Fund Conference Hall in Maitama, Abuja. The ceremony will be presided over by the Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Alausa, and the Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaibul Ahmad. The development followed a recent 14-day ultimatum by the union. In an update by the ministry, it explained that the new agreement reflected government's commitment to constructive engagement with critical stakeholders and to resolving industrial disputes through dialogue, mutual understanding, and cooperation. According to the ministry, the agreement aligns with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, which recognizes education as a strategic driver of national development, human capital growth, and socio-economic transformation. The National Association of Resident Doctors, NARD, has suspended its planned nationwide strike following what it described as significant progress recorded on its demand through sustained engagements with the federal government and other key stakeholders. The decision was taken at a virtual emergency National Executive Council (ENEC) meeting held on January 11, 2026, where the association reviewed the status of its demands and assessed recent developments. The association said the suspension followed direct presidential intervention led by Vice President Kashim Shettima on behalf of President Bola Tinubu. The suspension, the Secretary General of NARD, Dr. Shoaibu Ibrahim, said is strategic and conditional, allowing the NEC to review tangible progress at its January meeting scheduled to commence on January. NAD also expressed appreciation to its members and stakeholders for their support, stating that it remains confident that the Vice President's intervention will lead to a lasting resolution of long-standing challenges in Nigeria's health sector. We shall now go for a short commercial break. Please stay with us.
Nivea Natural Fairness is now Nivea Perfect and Radiant. Reveal your skin's natural radiance with Nivea Perfect and Radiant, enriched with berry extracts and UV filters to reduce dark spots and even out your skin tone. For radiant and even-toned skin, say hello again to Nivea Perfect and Radiant Body Lotion. Try the full Nivea Perfect and Radiant range to unlock your most radiant self.
Win your share of 3 billion naira. Become one of 10 millionaires weekly. Or win a chance to see Real Madrid live. 3 SUVs to be won. Buy any Nivea 400 ml promo product, scratch and dial to enter.
I am the chef of life.
Huh? Mr. Chef, it's a two-finger crush.
Pass with the chicken and all-purpose.
With Mr. Chef, a simple crush turns meals into culture and moments into memories.
This is the true taste of home.
And culture.
Chef of life.
You're welcome back. The Independent National Electoral Commission has reaffirmed its commitment to transparency, accountability, and citizen-focused service delivery with the commencement of a 2-day certified technical capacity building workshop for its Cervicam developmental desk officers in Enugu State. The workshop, which began today, is aimed at reviewing the 3rd edition of INEC's Integrated Service Charter and developing a local service charter to further strengthen service standards across the Commission. It has been held in collaboration with the Cervicam presidency team and received the approval of the INEC chairman, Professor Joash Amokwetan. Declaring the workshop open, the Director of Administration, Mr. Austin Orobo, represented the INEC National Commissioner, Professor Sani Adams, and the Secretary to the Commission, Mrs. Rose Anthony, who were unavoidably absent. In his remarks, Orobo emphasized the strategic importance of the training, noting that the Commission attaches great seriousness to improving service delivery. He described the award as evidence of INEC's ongoing reforms and urged desk officers to be innovative in achieving meaningful outcomes from the workshop. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, has said that only President Bola Tinubu has the right to sack him if he no longer deems him fit to serve. His comments came after the Jog Youth Council, IYS, condemned the impeachment proceedings against Governor Siminalayi Fubara by the Rivers State House of Assembly and called for the sacking of the FCT minister. Members of the state's House of Assembly had last begun impeachment proceedings against Siminalayi Fubara and his deputy, with 7 counts of alleged gross misconduct. The Assembly spokesperson, Eneme Judge, also dismissed the claim that the impeachment process was at the request of Wike. The political disagreement between Wike and Governor Fubara, stemming from control of political structures, deepened months after President Bola Tinubu ended the emergency rule in Rivers State. The minister accused Fubara of reneging on commitments made during Tinubu's intervention, framing the governor's action as a breach of trust. Still on Rivers State, stakeholders have stressed the need for strict adherence to laws preventing the hijack of political parties as a means of ensuring a stable and secured political system, insisting that President Bola Tinubu remains central to resolving the lingering political crisis in Rivers State. The views were expressed by political analyst Dr. Adekunle Onile and legal practitioner Babatunde Ojoroma during a discussion on issues surrounding the renewed political crisis in Rivers State on BCOS Television Current Affairs Breakfast Program, AM 120. Our reporter Olamide Owolabi monitored the program and now reports.
He described President Tinubu's initial intervention in the crisis as a stopgap measure, attributing the fundamental cause of the dispute to entrenched godfatherism in Nigerian politics. Dr. Oninde further explained that political actors often invest in proteges with expectations of political returns, noting that the Minister of Federal Capital Territory Nyesom Wike appears unwilling to relinquish his political influence in the state.
A governor-elect, normally, ordinarily, should have majority supporters among the legislature. That's why a party system is adopted instead of independent candidature. Now, a situation where a particular individual put all the House of Assembly members there, they hold their allegiance to him. And a governor feel he can walk through that, survive that. That's why I said people are pitying Fubara, forgot he knew what he was walking into. Right from the beginning. How do you expect that a House of Assembly that you don't even have one of your own there that can say, I emerge through the grace of Fubara? Most of the governors you see around now, most of the House of Assembly members emerge through their grace. Some of them know the game they are playing. I just pity onlookers.
Also speaking on the program, legal practitioner Babatunde Ojomo stated that the crisis resurfaced because key issues between Governor Fubara and the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike remain unresolved. He added that the governor's actions, in his view, have not significantly differed from those taken prior to his suspension, thereby sustaining tensions within the political structure of the state. Ojomo noted that Rivers State House of Assembly is constitutionally empowered to initiate impeachment proceedings, stressing that the governor will be exonerated if the allegations against him are not substantiated.
Now we understand from the beginning that Fubara is a godson to Wike.
Used to,
in quotes, to Wike. Now, by the time they were agreeing on terms, nobody was there. Till today, what they are agreeing on is unknown to us. These people took themselves before Mr. President. Mr. President drew probably a new terms or confirmed some clauses for them in whatever they originally agreed upon. So, if Governor Fubara is back after his suspension and is still fighting on something and is the first to run to Mr. President to go and lay bare facts that are again happening in Rivers State, while we want to assume that maybe at this point he is not at fault. Okay, maybe Wike is just becoming overbearing. So for me, I don't respect people that betray their godfathers. It is very bad in our politics.
Both analysts maintain that President Tinubu is unlikely to favor one faction over another, as it requires the cooperation of all parties to ensure political stability in Rivers State, especially as the country approaches the 2027 general elections. Olamide Wolabi, BCOS News.
We shall now go for another short commercial break. Please stay tuned.
Now, festive period with this, so my mom, Papa Demola did do shopping for the end of the year. Now, so both of them receive call say, "Big don't share it." Hospital bills no dey wait at all, even for this season where we suppose to jollificate.
They still want 20,000. How won't take me this Christmas period sit for these children like this, with this price?
Now the way with this, Osha.
You not get Osha. You will not fit hospital base alone. No. Make you not get yourself and your family member them. Save this period with Osha.
Thank you, Osha, when you made this decision to
Make you not get yourself and your family member them. Save this period with Osha. Osha day. Your own day.
No buy am. But why? No see say this big bull bag of rice no get the new big bull holographic seal. Not true.
Introducing the Big Bull Holographic Seal Tape, your favorite authentic Big Bull rice, 50 kg and 25 kg. Now with holographic seal tape. This is to ensure you get the premium product from Big Bull Rice. Do not buy if the holographic seal tape is not on the bag or is broken. Big Bull Rice. Tasty rice nourished you.
Thanks for being there. The Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has sworn in the newly appointed Secretary to the State Government, Professor Musibau Babatunde. Governor Makinde sworn in the new SSG during a special event held at the Executive Chambers of the Governor's Office, State Secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan. Details are presented by the Governor's Office correspondent, Olalekan Sulaiman.
I, Professor Musibau Babatunde,
do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That was the newly appointed Secretary to the State Government, SSG, Professor Musibau Babatunde, who took the oath of office and allegiance administered by the Permanent Secretary, Cabinet Office. In his address, the State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, recalled that while preparing for his first gubernatorial campaign in 2018, he deliberately sought for the intellectual capacity of Professor Musibau Babatunde to develop solid policy documents and a workable development roadmap for the state. He noted that Professor Musibau Babatunde played a critical role in drafting the administration's development roadmap, describing him as a key member of team that laid the foundation for the government's achievements.
I will prepare a team that I know at the end of the day, with me not being on this seat, I just can continue to enjoy the benefits. We have seen that we can put a team together no matter the youthfulness or the age. And these are experienced people. We've spent now close to 7 years.
Reflecting on his leadership journey, Governor Makinde said that although his government started well, it must also finish strong, stressing that governance is a continuous cycle that requires renewal and strategic repositioning.
When you have a team, because people have been asking me, oh, what did the former SSG, what did she do, and all of that. She didn't do anything. It's just that the cycle is seasonal. It's like you're in a farm. In the beginning, you need people that can plant. And you need planters. After everything has germinated and then produced fruit, then you need harvesters. So that's just it.
He charged the new SSG to foster unity with the government team, urging all officials to avoid internal conflict and distractions and to remain focused on the mandate given by the people of Oyo State. Speaking with newsmen immediately after the event, the newly appointed SSG, Professor Musibau Babatunde, pledged to ensure efficient and effective service delivery through improved coordination of government activities. Professor Babatunde also assured residents that the government will adopt a more coordinated approach to policy implementation with a focus on delivering tangible outcomes that positively impact citizens.
And just like the governor said, we want to finish strong. We want to ensure that the mandates given to us by Oyo State are well delivered in a more coordinated approach. So that's actually what the people of Oyo State should be expecting me now as the secretary to the state government of Oyo State.
It will be recalled that Professor Babatunde was announced as the secretary to the state government, SSG designate, on January 5, before being officially sworn in on Monday. Olalekan Sulaiman, BCOS News.
It's time for another short commercial break. Please don't go away.
TerraCube, unwrap joy, unleash taste.
Welcome back. The Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has urged state workers to remain vigilant and security conscious as they go through the year 2026. The governor assured that the state government will continue to play its part in safeguarding the lives and property of residents, while also expressing appreciation for the sustained support and cooperation he has received from the state workforce. Governor Makinde made the call while speaking at the 2026 State Workers' Interfaith Program held at the State Secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan.
The state workers converged on the premises of the governor's office for a joyous interfaith service, marking the beginning of the year 2026. The event was a moment of collective reflection as workers came together to commit the new year into God's hands with prayers and soul-lifting songs. Addressing the state workers, Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, described 2026 as a pivotal year for Nigerians and expressed confidence that the current administration will hand over to a responsible and capable successor for the benefit of the people of the state.
As we go through the year, mo fẹ́ ká wà vigilant, especially lórí ọ̀rọ̀ security. This is 12th of January. Ìjọ méjìlá láti lò nínú ọdún tuntun yìí. But we lost some people already ní Old Oyo National Park. Ẹ̀mí wa tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọdún yìí. Ó náà bí a parí ẹ̀. But security is everybody's responsibility. So ẹ̀bẹ̀ tí mo fẹ́ bẹ̀ ni pé tẹ́ bá rí anything nínú agbègbè wa, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, say it.
The governor also commended the leadership qualities of the head of service, Mrs. Olubunmi, describing her as a valuable asset to Oyo State. In her address, the state head of service, Mrs. Olubunmi, expressed heartfelt appreciation on behalf of the state workers to Governor Seyi Makinde for his unwavering commitment to the welfare of all civil and public servants, noting that his worker-friendly policies have brought about significant positive changes that cannot go unrecognized. However, Mrs. Oni charged the workers to remain guided by integrity, accountability, professionalism, and the fear of God in the discharge of their duties.
On behalf of the entire civil and public service, I, alongside the heads of the ministry, departments, and agencies, wish to reaffirm our unwavering loyalty and commitment to His Excellency and His administration. His commitment is inspired by several investments made over time in the welfare and institutional development of the service. This administration has consistently paid salaries, pensions, gratuities, 13-month bonus to the serving officers, as well as special bonuses to the pensioners and the youth corps members serving in Oyo State.
In their various remarks, the Speaker of the Oyo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Adebo Ogundoyin, represented by the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Mohammed Fadeyi, the State Chief Judge, Justice Iyabo Yerima, and the Secretary to the State Government, SSG, Professor Musbah Babatude, charged the state workers to recommit themselves to diligent service in the year 2026. They also commended the vision and leadership qualities of Governor Seyi Makinde, describing them as key drivers of the sustained progress and development being witnessed across the state.
I want to express appreciation to the governor especially in respect of the judiciary. We have never known it this good. Just as you are saying, the legislative and the executive arm, which is the workers, we also join to say that our governor is indeed an excellent governor.
The chairman, Nigeria Labour Congress, Comrade Kayode Martins, and the State Union Congress chairman, Comrade Boso Labi, also lauded Governor Seyi Makinde for prioritizing the new minimum wage, prompt payment of salary, gratuity, and allowance. In their separate sermons, the presiding pastor of Victory International Church, Rehoboth Cathedral, Bishop Taiwo Adelakun, the chief imam of Oyo State Government House Mosque, Sheikh Adebayo Bello Rufai, represented by Sheikh Ismail Abdulateef, and Oloye Nifade Olanipekun, the Ashiwaju Gbogboawo, Ilu Oyo, charged the state workers to reciprocate the good gesture of the governor by shunning corrupt practices and discharging their duties with honesty, dedication, and sincerity. The 2025 Interfaith Prayer was attended by the Deputy Governor, Barrister Bayo Lawal, former Deputy Governors of the state, commissioners, and other top government functionaries. Also present were traditional rulers, including the Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Akim Owade, and the Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Adiwolu Ladoja, religious leaders, politicians, and political appointees were equally in attendance. Among them was the chairman of BCOS, Mrs. Dotun Olaitan Olalekan Sulaiman. BCOS News.
In the meantime, the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, NUP, or Oyo State Council, has presented a white horse to Governor Seyi Makinde as a token of appreciation for his kindness and commitment to the welfare of its members. The gift was presented at an interfaith service held at the State Secretariat, Ibadan, by the union's leadership, led by its secretary, Comrade Olusegun Abatan. Details are presented by the Governor's Office correspondent, Olalekan Sulaiman.
Comrade Olusegun Abatan explained that the decision to present a white horse to Governor Seyi Makinde was informed by its deep spiritual significance, symbolizing peace, harmony, divinity, and a new beginning, while commending the governor for the recent increase in pensions, which took effect from January 2025. The NUP scribe appealed to him to also extend similar consideration to pensioners in tertiary institutions and retired head of local government administration.
Ẹni tí a bá ṣe lóore tí ò bá dúpẹ́ nígbà tí ọlọ́ṣà tó kó ní lẹ́rù lọ ni. Your Excellency, this is the reason pensioners for the first time are part of this year's interfaith service. Without talking more, taking much of your time, the gifting of 50,000 to each pensioner as Christmas to New Year bonus is the reason we are here.
In his response, Governor Seyi Makinde expressed appreciation to the NUP for the thoughtful gesture and assured the union that the horse will be put to judicious use.
And táwọn kan bá wà surprise pé why tí Ọ̀yọ́ state workers tí wọ́n ṣe nífẹ̀ẹ́ Ṣèyí Mákindé ṣe bá ọmọ yín ni mí ọmọ civil servant lèmi náà nínú secretariat yìí ń bí ni ọmọ tí gbogbo yín náà wá ṣe oríire.
Present at the event were some members of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners. Olalekan Sulaiman, BCOS News.
Meanwhile, the management and staff of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, have ushered in the year 2026 with usual interfaith prayer gathering featuring praise, worship, and thanksgiving. The initiative aimed at promoting peace, understanding, and unity among the workforce was a way of committing the corporation, its affairs, and staff onto God's hands in the year 2026. Awao Ibrahim attended the session, which took place at the corporation's quadrangle, and a report is presented by Adebayo Abdurrafi.
The annual interfaith event provided an opportunity for staff members to collectively offer prayers and worship, reaffirming the shared values that bind the BCOS family together. Addressing the gathering, the chairman of BCOS, Mrs. Dotun Olaitan, urged members of staff to remain diligent and hardworking in order to sustain and improve the corporation's internally generated revenue. She stressed that with dedication and commitment, the corporation will continue to support the Oyo State government while appreciating staff members whose efforts have contributed to improved operations and growth. Mrs. Olaitan also emphasized the importance of continuous self-development, describing education as a vital tool for opening new opportunities and preparing staff for future leadership roles. She further commended the staff for maintaining decent dressing and professional conduct, encouraging them to uphold the standards and values that have contributed to the steady progress of the corporation.
A few years back, we have been very, very diligent and been very, very prudent, and we have been saving. We have been blocking all holes. And as we speak, we have reaped it.
In his remarks, Bishop Solomon Aremu expressed gratitude to God for the spirit of cooperation within the corporation and encouraged staff members to continually seek divine guidance in the discharge of their duties.
Kí àwọn èèyàn má bàa kó ọgbọ́n rẹ̀ dànù. Kò sí ọgbọ́n tá a ní bí kò ṣe Ọlọ́run. Òun ní fi ọgbọ́n rẹ̀ fún ni. Àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe olórí wa lórúkọ Jésù ẹ̀ ò ní ṣìṣe o. Bí Olúwa ti ń tì yín lẹ́yìn bọ̀, ẹ máa rí ara yín bí ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Ọ̀pọ̀ fẹ́ gbọ́ ìròyìn, kí náà fẹ́ gbọ́ ń bẹ̀ ṣé tí ó múnú wọn dùn. Àbí nǹkan tí ó tún bá wọn láyọ̀ jẹ́. Èyí á béèrè fọ́gbọ́n Ọlọ́run. Báwo ni kí n ṣe gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kalẹ̀?
Also, the chief imam of BCOS, Iliakede Central Mosque, Engineer Biliaminu Raji, delivered a sermon on the importance of prayer in all aspects of life, reminding staff that God remains in control of all affairs.
Ọ̀nà ni gbogbo wa gbọ́dọ̀ darí ọ̀rọ̀ wa sí. Nítorí dé yìí, gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe sọ fún alẹ́ kan, ẹ béèrè ọgbọ́n, ẹ béèrè òye, ẹ béèrè agbára. Kò sọ́dọ̀ ẹnì kankan tí a ti béèrè jọ lọ́lọ́.
The interfaith prayer session was attended by key management staff led by the coordinating director, Mr. Kunle Junaid. The annual interfaith prayer service, now a strong tradition in BCOS, concluded with moments of collective prayer, reflection, and appreciation as staff committed the year ahead to peace, unity, and productivity.
Another commercial break. Please stay with us.
Ó jinlẹ̀, àwọn oúnjẹ mèremère tó lè fa àwọn èròjà yìí ṣe. Ó ti ná owó rẹpẹtẹ, ṣùgbọ́n kò sí àrídájú oúnjẹ aládùn. Yíyan kúrò ìsebẹ̀ tí kò tọ́ lè bá oúnjẹ, owó àti ìdánilójú rẹ̀ jẹ́. Fún oúnjẹ aládùn, má ṣiyèméjì, yan góòlù.
Lo Terra Gold fún adùn tó gbayì, tó kì pọ́pọ́ táwọn ẹbí rẹ fẹ́ràn. Ó dáa fún ọbẹ̀, ata dídín àti jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù. Terra Gold, kóró kan, ara tí kò lópin.
Welcome back. A chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Oyo State, Agbakin Benedict Akika, has dismissed as false speculations that Governor Seyi Makinde is planning to defect to another political party. The PDP stalwart insists the governor remains fully committed to the party and its ideals. BCOS reporter Adebayo Abdurrafi reports that the clarification came amid renewed grassroots mobilization ahead of the 2027 general elections as Agbakin Akika organized a New Year get-together for members of his Omitutun Benedict Forum, OBF, at Idiakwe Akobo on Lorundaba Road, Ibadan. If I send the details.
The new year, which drew stalwarts of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, political office holders, members of the Omitoto Benedict Forum, OBF, socio-political groups, widows group, among others, is an annual event sponsored by the initiator of OBF, Agbakin Benedict Akika. Addressing the gathering, Agbakin Akika cleared the air on speculations about a possible defection of Oyo State Governor Engineer Seyi Makinde from the People's Democratic Party, describing the rumor as unfounded and misleading. The PDP chieftain, who urged party members and the general public to disregard the rumor, stressed that Governor Makinde remains the backbone of the PDP in Oyo State, adding that his leadership has strengthened the party's structure and popularity across the state and beyond. According to him, the PDP in Oyo State remains united, stable, and focused, with no leadership crisis, noting that rumors of defection are often sponsored by political opponents seeking to distract the party, noting that the party is already positioning itself strategically ahead of the 2027 general elections through sustained mobilization and grassroots engagement.
For me, there's no crisis in PDP. As you can see, this is a forum meeting. The people that we even invite to come and have fun with us today, one of them even joined the party today, which is PDP. If there's crisis in PDP, the person will not join PDP. And my word for this forum is, by this our first meeting, by the next meeting now, we're having our empowerment for them. And they have been doing wonderful well, because we agree on what to do. Not that I tell them, okay, do this. No, we all agree on what to do.
As part of efforts to boost democratic participation, Agbakin Akika announced that he will personally sponsor daily transportation of 20 members of the Omitoto Benedict Forum to enable them participate in the ongoing continuous voter registration exercise in the state. He described voter registration as a critical foundation for electoral success and urged party members to remain active at the ward level by attending meetings and participating fully in party activities. The event also witnessed a vote of confidence passed on Governor Makinde's administration by members of the forum, who reaffirmed their loyalty and commitment to his leadership. Similarly, the chairman Lagelu local government, Alhaji Kamaruddin Mudashiru, praised Agbakin Akika for his consistency in grassroots mobilization and philanthropy, describing the Omitoto Benedict Forum as a people-centered political movement.
You can see our governor is the governor of the masses, and you see the name Omitoto Benedict Akika. So all what Agbakin is doing is emulating His Excellency Governor Seyi Makinde on behalf of the people of Lagelu local government. So I commend him. He should continue doing what he's doing. So we'll continue to support him. So we believe so much in what the governor is doing. So that is what we are emulating, and that is exactly what we are doing here today.
Members of the forum, including representatives of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners and the Nigerian Union of Teachers, lauded Agbakin Akika for sustaining the group for over 7 years in support of Governor Makinde's political journey. The gathering attracted several top party figures, including a member of the Oyo State House of Assembly representing the Ibadan North 2 constituency, Honorable Babajide Gabriel, and his counterpart representing the Ibadan North East 2, Honorable Olushola Owolabi, and the chairman, Oyo State Agency for Youth Development, Falana Adebowale. The event peaked with loyalists renewing their commitments to unity and early grassroots mobilization as the PDP intensifies preparations ahead of the 2027 general elections. Other highlights of the event, which saw the initiator of Omitoto Benedict Forum, Agbakin Benedict Akika, danced with forum's members, included interfaith prayers led by the chief imam of Olondaba, Alhaji Usman Ayilara, and Prophet Samuel Olanrewaju of Anu Ashiyori Church, Elewuru Akobo, Adebayo Abdurrafi, BCOS News.
Youths and women drawn from Ibarakwa Central and Ibarakwa North Federal Constituency have benefited from a 3-day skill acquisition and empowerment program organized by the member representing the constituency at the National Assembly, Honorable Anthony Adepoju. The lawmaker says the initiative is aimed at equipping constituents with practical income-generating skills to promote self-reliance, reduce unemployment, and improve overall economic well-being. Our reporter, Damilola Daudu, was at the program event in Ayete, Ibarapa North Local Government Area, and now reports.
Ayete Town Hall in Ibarapa North Local Government Area was a hub of activities as youth and women converge at the Ayete Town Hall for a 3-day skill acquisition and empowerment program organized by the member representing Ibarapa Central and Ibarapa North Federal Constituency, Honorable Anthony Adepoju. Facilitators at the program trained participants in various vocational and entrepreneurial skills, while also exposing them to basic business, technology, and financial management knowledge, aimed at helping them turn this acquired skill into sustainable source of income. Speaking at the event, Honorable Adepoju said the initiative is part of his commitment to human capacity development, stressing that empowering youth and women with practical skills remain a sustainable way of reducing unemployment, tackling poverty, and improving economic well-being within the constituency.
And the more we can help our people develop, the more the community develops. So, it's something that I think it's a win-win situation for everybody, because at this point, we know we are only trying to move the needle from where it was to a place where we feel is more comfortable for us and a better position for the people.
The lawmaker added that the program was designed to be inclusive, cutting across different interest groups, and assured participants that fairness and equal opportunity guided the selection of beneficiaries.
We're very many. We can only do so much. Government can only do so much. So at the same time, we also want to call on the private sector. This is not all about government all the time. When the private sector people see what we are doing and they see how it has improved the lives of our people, I think that we should all join hands, to make things better for our community.
Also speaking, the chairman of Ibarapa North Local Government, Honorable Lateef Akorede, commended Honorable Adepoju for facilitating the empowerment program in Ayete, describing it as a timely intervention that complements government efforts as promoting skills, development, and economic growth at the grassroots. He encouraged beneficiaries to make good use of the opportunity and assured them of the Council's continued support for initiatives aimed at improving the livelihood of residents.
Our House of Rep, Ibarapa North, Ibarapa Central Federal Constituency is doing well and is performing. So we really appreciate for what is done so far. It's good.
In their goodwill messages, some community leaders expressed appreciation to the lawmaker for initiating the empowerment program, noting that such intervention have direct, lasting impact on the lives of the youth and women in the area. At the end of the training, beneficiaries were presented with a sum of 100,000 naira each as startup support to enable them establish or strengthen their chosen traits. The beneficiaries, in their reaction, described the initiative as timely and impactful, especially in view of the prevailing economic challenges.
For me, the empowerment is good to me normally because I learn how to create some things one another, and I do add to my knowledge.
Let's thank Honorable Anton Adepoju for this, giving us this program, because I learned some things there.
Nípa iṣẹ́ ọwọ́, wọ́n sì kọ́ wa bá ti lè máa lo fóònù wa láti máa fi polongo ọjà wa lóríṣiríṣi.
The program climaxed with the presentation of certificates to participants who successfully completed the 3-day training, the disbursement of startup funds, and group photographs. Damilola Daudu, BCOS News.
Time for another short commercial break. Please stay with us.
Once upon a time, there was a land plagued by blandness. Food had lost its flavor and there was nothing left to savor. Just then, the tastemaker arrives to restore taste to this land of blandness. All she did was sprinkle, stir, and serve. And from that day on, they knew one truth. All they need is sprinkle, stir, serve.
Tastemaker. Thanks for being there. Now to our sports desk.
A warm welcome to you on the sports segment of the news this evening. I am Victor Pene.
We'll start with the news that Michael Carrick has emerged as favourite to be appointed Manchester United caretaker head coach, according to sources close to the process. The club chiefs are hoping to have an appointment in place for when players return to training on Wednesday. While the final decision is yet to be reached, talks are said to have progressed with a 44-year-old over the position. Carrick previously had a 3-game stint as United's temporary boss following Hooligan Associates' dismissal in 2021. He won 2 and drew 1 of those matches, but left after Ralph Ragnick's arrival as interim manager. Solskjaer had face-to-face discussions with the club on Saturday about a return. Recall that United sacked Ruben Amorim as manager after 14 months in the job on the 5th of January. Former England midfielder Carrick played 464 games in all competitions for United between 2006 and 2018, having been signed from Tottenham by Sir Alex Ferguson. He has been out of work since he was sacked by Championship club Middlesbrough last June after 2.5 years in charge. Carrick guided Borough to the Championship playoffs in the 2022-2023 campaign, only for them to lose to Coventry in the semi-finals. His side then narrowly missed out on the top 6 in successive campaigns, resulting in Carrick losing his job. Tottenham midfielder Rodrigo Bentancur requires hamstring surgery and is set to miss at least 3 months. The Uruguay international, who has been a key player for Thomas Frank's side this season, suffered the injury in Sports Premier League defeat at Bournemouth last week. With the 28-year-old set to miss the majority of the rest of the season, it now remains to be seen whether Tottenham will enter the transfer market to bolster their midfield options. He joins team.
The Sudanese army is renewing efforts for an operation to retake the Kordofan and Darfur regions from the control of the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, RSF, as the civil war rages deep into its 3rd year. Foreign desk editor Folashade Akintola has details of the story and others as presented by Oluwafunbi Bello.
The army has been assessing the RSF's capabilities and resources in readiness for launching the military operation, with a large number of military formalities fully prepared to launch an attack, it said. Any full-scale operation to liberate Kordofan in central Sudan and Darfur in the west would surpass the Sudanese armed forces, recapture the Khartoum in March in terms of the planning that has taken place before the mission, it added. The SAF on Friday said it inflicted heavy losses on the RSF during a series of air and ground operations carried out in Darfur and Kordofan. In a statement, the military said its forces conducted strikes against RSF's positions, destroying about 240 combat vehicles and killing hundreds of fighters. It added that its ground forces had succeeded in pushing RSF fighters out of wide areas in Darfur and Kordofan, and operations were ongoing to pursue remaining elements. Syrian government forces have been carrying out security sweeps in the city of Aleppo after days of battles with the Syrian Democratic Forces SDF. As some residents displaced by the fighting began returning to their areas, army forces on Monday were working to remove explosive devices and weapons in other parts. The operation comes after the last SDF fighters left Aleppo on Sunday following a ceasefire deal that allowed evacuations from the Ashafir and Sheikh Maksud neighborhoods to part of northeastern Syria, where the Kurdish-led forces run a semi-autonomous zone. The intense fighting that erupted last week was locked to stall negotiations over the integration of Kurdish-run institutions and SDF fighters into the Syrian state, following an agreement reached between both sides in March last year. Oluwafunbi Bello, BCOS News.
To end the news around the world, here again are the main points. The Minister of Defense, retired General Christopher Musa, has said that the Ministry of Defense under the present administration is prioritizing the expansion of indigenous defense production to ensure sustainable long-term security capabilities. The Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has sworn in the newly appointed Secretary to the State Government, Professor Musibau Babatunde. The The Sudanese army is renewing efforts for an operation to retake the Kordofa and Darfur regions from the control of the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, RSF, as the civil war rages deep into its third year. This BCOS website is live. Kindly visit www.bcostv.com. You can reach us on GoTV, channel 134 and channel 113 on Star Times. Now, before I go, Nigeria belongs to us all. Do everything possible to make her great. And that ends the news around the world. On behalf of the news crew, I say thank you very much for watching. Good night.
It is that time of the year again!
This Christmas, Star Times is bringing Joy Unlimited to your home with a double upgrade promo.
Yes, you heard it!
Okay, here's the deal. Simply recharge 1 month on Nova, Basic and Classic and enjoy double upgrade for 1 month, while Super or Global subscribers enjoy 5 extra days for free. Or recharge for 2 months on Nova, Basic, Classic and enjoy double upgrade for 2 months, plus 10 extra days, while Super or Global subscribers enjoy 20 extra days for free.
Good deal, right? Sure it is! We have got something for everyone this festive season. From blockbuster movies, live sports, best kiddies content, premium Bollywood, and novella series, and of course, exclusive shows like the Hello Mr. Right.
To enjoy this offer, recharge between November 15th to January 15th at any Star Times office or dealer outlets. The more the recharge, the more the magic. Terms and conditions apply. Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
25 years remembrance. Ẹ̀dà Richard Oyèlọ́wọ̀ Rájí, akọni ọkùnrin, olùfọkànsìn tòótọ́, olùfẹ́ ara àti ọ̀rẹ́. Igi tó tọ́ kì í pẹ́ nígbò. Òní ọjọ́ ajé ọjọ́ kejìlá oṣù kìíní ọdún 2026 ló pé ọdún márùnlélógún 25th years tí bàbá wa Ẹ̀dà Richard Oyèlọ́wọ̀ Rájí ti sùn láyà olùgbàlà lẹ́ni ọdún mọ́kànléláàádọ́ta 51 years. Ọjọ́ kejìlá oṣù kìíní ọdún 2001 gan ni wọ́n dágbére fún ayé òun ẹ̀sẹ̀ yìí pé ó dìgbò ṣe. Ọjọ́ náà rèé bí àná tómijé gbojú wa kan. A máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún orí ọ̀fẹ́ rẹ̀. A mọ rírì ipa ribiribi àwọn ọmọ Ọlọ́run, ìjọ Ọlọ́run, ẹbí àti ọ̀rẹ́ fún àdúrà wọn àti àdúrótì látọdún karùnlélógún sẹ́yìn. A dúpẹ́ ẹ ṣeun. Ẹ̀dà Richard Oyèlọ́wọ̀ Rájí, ẹ̀ṣọ́ Ìkòyí, ọmọ àgbọ̀nyùn tí ò rí kúsá, ogun àjàwẹ̀yìn lọ́mẹ̀sọ̀ wù mí. Ogun ojoojúmọ́ ló mú kí ilé wọn ó sú mi lọ. Ẹ̀ṣọ́ kì í gba ọfà lẹ́yìn. Sunre o títí láti pàdé lẹ́sẹ̀ Jésù. Olùkéde Dikines Rájí àtàwọn ọmọ fún gbogbo ẹbí pátá.
University of Ibadan Christian Family Fellowship joyfully invites the general public to campus Holy Ghost Rally. Come and meet Jesus through his servant, Pastor E.A. Adeboye, in the program tagged A New Beginning. Date, Tuesday, the 13th January 2026, time 4 p.m. and Wednesday, 14th January 2026, time 6 a.m. Venue, Old Sports Complex behind Main Library, University of Ibadan. Ministering Pastor E.A. Adeboye, featuring healing, deliverance, breakthrough, salvation, and lots more. We would see Jesus. John 12:21. Good news awaits you. Jesus is Lord. Announcer, University of Ibadan Christian Family Fellowship. Pẹ̀lú ọkàn ọpẹ́ sí Ọlọ́run fún ìgbésí ayé rere tí ẹ gbé nígbà tí ẹ wà lókè èpẹ̀. Òní ọjọ́ kejìlá oṣù yìí ló pé ọdún méjì tí ẹ kí ayé pé ó dìgbò ṣe. Màmá wa ní Mọ́tàláì Ọlálérè, màmá tó fẹ́ràn ọmọ, ẹbí, ará, ọ̀rẹ́ àti ojúlùmọ̀. Iwájú tí ẹ dojúkọ dára, bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn tí ẹ fi sílẹ̀ kò bàjẹ́, ó ń dára sí ni. Àwọn àlàfo tí ẹ fi sílẹ̀ ṣòro láti dí, ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ fún Ọlọ́run tí kò dojú tì wá nígbà kọ̀ọ̀kan. Màmá wa ní Mọ́tàláì Ọlálérè, gbogbo ẹbí ará ọ̀rẹ́ ọmọ àti ọmọ ọmọ ló ń ṣe lédè lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ títí ayé la ó máa ṣèrántí yín o màmá wa olùkéde mama the law blessing BCOS fún gbogbo ẹbí.
Mommy, relax.
Banking that's fast and reliable.